First of all, welcome back. And to fighting, I mean, it's been a while out of there. So how excited are you, not just for this fight, but to be fighting at all?
It's an honor to be here, especially in New York, Madison Square Garden, like a main event. It's an honor for me, especially after a long, tough year. And I believe this fight will be great. And I believe in my winner.
Alex, over here. Third fight here at Madison Square Garden. I'm curious, is it still special to you as the first time, or is this now just another fight week for you here in New York City?
Bom, lugar especial, né? Pô, uma história muito bonita, onde eu fiz a minha estreia, onde eu fui campeão e com nova oportunidade aí de se tornar campeão novamente. Para mim é muito importante.
No, it's a very special place. It's still the place that I made my UFC debut, where I became a champion. So now fighting for the belt here is something really important to me too.
Do you now have fight week down like perfectly here in Madison Square, New York, Madison Square Garden? You know, same hotel, same routine, meeting, everything. Now that this is just old habit for you here in New York.
Não, com certeza, é especial. Como eu repeti aqui, onde eu estreiei, fui campeão. Então, com certeza tem uma grande importância.
No, everything's atmosphere here is important to me. Like I mentioned before, I made my debut here, was a champion here, so it's great importance.
You're a man who's very famous for taking on the energy of occasions. What exactly is the energy for this week? Madison Square Garden main event against a guy like Alex for the world title after so long away. What is the energy for you this week, and how exactly are you feeling within yourself before this fight?
For me, this week, laser focus. For me, is about the laser focus for the performance in the night, in the event night, and it's not just about me, but it's just about my opponent too, because which performance, how good the performance of my opponent will be, that good will be mine, because I'm every time adjust, and I am better every time than my opponents, trying to be in every moment. Yeah. So I like to have a good opponents, because opponent's performance pushed my performance.
And you're obviously fighting Jiri Prochazka. I'm curious, as someone who obviously you come from a striking background, us as media and then fans, they view Jiri as this wild, unorthodox, chaotic fighter. So I'm curious, when you watch tape on him and study him, is he as unorthodox and chaotic as we think, or is there like a method to his madness that you see in there?
Bom, o estilo, olhando assim, é um cara difícil, né? Pô, o cara foi campeão, mas, pô, já venho trabalhando também ao longo tempo, né? Desde a minha experiência no strike, né? No kickboxing. Com certeza eu vou estar usando ali, né? No dia e, pô, é isso.
Well, definitely a hard opponent, unpredictable, yes, but all the experience that I have on striking and kickboxing, I'm going to be using all that on the day of the fight.
What was going through your mind when you watched this fight against Glover? Obviously, you were in Glover's team, but a lot of people think that's one of the best, if not the best, title fights in UFC history, and just how it all played out. So I'm curious, just watching it, what was going through your mind?
Bom, foi uma luta assim difícil, né? Pô, que o Glover estava ganhando, né? E aconteceu ali no final ali de ser finalizado. Claro que todas as lutas, né? A experiência do Glover, pô, vem me ajudando muito, né? Igual sempre venho falando que não é o fato de ele ter lutado, né? Que vai se tornar uma luta fácil para mim, mas ele vem me ajudando, mesmo quando a pessoa não é adversário dele. Para quem acompanhou, viu os resultados que eu tive, ele sempre vem me ajudando e, pô, tô aproveitando aí o máximo.
No, it was definitely a hard fight. You know, Glover was winning that fight until the moment that he got submitted. So Glover have all this experience, and it's very important to me because regardless, you know what I mean, I'm not going to use that as a result or think that this fight is going to be easy because Glover already fought him. But Glover, with all the experience that he already helped me regardless whether for this fight or for the previous fight, he plays a big part on it.
There's been some talk from the fans that this is the samurai versus the indigenous tribesman. Do you see it that way? And do you see this as a warrior versus warrior kind of fight?
I see it like warrior against the warrior. Yeah, like you said. I don't want to speak about my samurai character or something like that, but it's true. It's truth, because I was inspired many years by these Codex Bushido and this type of focus for a fight, for everything what you're doing in your life, to do it with all your focus, give all your heart to your performance. So that's why we are the warriors, yeah, because we go there and there's nothing left. Yeah.
And it seems, just looking at the rest of the year, as soon as this fight was announced, this fight seemed to be the one most fans were most excited for. You know, that we had John Stipe, we have the title fight in December, but it seems you and Jiri was the fight that fans in general circled as must watch. So do you get the sense that, or has that reached you, just the magnitude of the fans and excitement level for this fight?
Não, com certeza, é muito importante, né? Eu aproveitar a oportunidade também de estar fazendo a luta principal. Todo mundo, assim, a maior parte também queria ver o John Jones lutar, tem os fãs dele, mas eu tenho certeza que as pessoas que já tinham se programado, comprado ingresso, e se eles tivessem, não sei como funciona, mas se tivesse a opção de falar assim, você quer devolver? Tendo a minha luta ali, uma luta que é muito empolgante, eu tenho certeza que, ninguém faria isso.
No, definitely, man. I know how important is this fight, especially now it's a title fight, so it's a big responsibility. So I know everybody's pumped for the fight, and I think regardless the main event got pulled out or not, but I think if the fans had the options to get a refund, I don't think they did, because everybody want to watch this fight.
Alex is one of the greatest strikers of all time, you know, Hall of Famer in kickboxing. But do you believe he's ever seen a man who strikes in the way that you do?
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm every time trying to find a way where my opponent will be not expect that. That's a key to win, because it's about to win in the way that your opponent don't expect that. So you have to see. I don't see somebody like. I'm not watching his techniques, yeah, and I'm watching his weak points, and there I will attack with the full power. That's why it's my style, a little bit risky, but it's a part of myself. I need to go there with everything, but I little upgrade my style because Alex is a top level stand-up guy, so I'm prepared for that.
Alex, obviously Jiri's style is so reckless and sort of untechnical. Do you think that makes it easier for you as a technical striker to find the opening for your great punches, or do you think it'll take you a while to work out because he's so unconventional?
Eu acredito assim que é um cara difícil assim de entender, mas eu venho treinando e estudando também, e tenho as minhas armas, e eu acho que vai ser uma grande luta.
Well, he seemed to fight on a fight style that's kind of hard to understand at first, but I've been training hard. I have my weapons, and I'm going to show that on the fight.
The last time we saw you, it was one of the greatest fights of all time. Do you think this Saturday it'll be a similar fight where you'll show your warrior spirit, or do you plan on learning from that performance against Glover and coming in better and showing that you are the best in the world and make it not a war but a great performance instead?
Both of that, yeah, because there is no different between like to learn something from the past and still show the best. Yeah, so I learned from that fight with Glover a lot. Really, it gave me a lot, and now I want to prove that.
Some fans have been very excited by the fact that this is almost your indigenous heritage versus his samurai obsession. I'm curious if you've seen that and if you find that exciting.
Bom, sim, né? Como eu venho sempre falando, isso me deixa mais alerta, né? É um cara ali, um cara sério, um cara centrado, um guerreiro. Então isso me deixa mais aceso, mais esperto.
No, man, definitely, and keeps me sharper, keeps me more aware. The guy is focused. He's not joking around. He's a warrior. So that keeps me alive. That gets me sharper for this.